Welcome to Trex Mania on YouTube.com. Just 1 second. Let me set this up. The Raw show. We had a pre-event before we started our league, and on our pre-show we had the main event for the Skull title, Shawn Michaels versus Triple H versus The Undertaker in a three-way Extreme Rules match. And Triple H actually won the match. Then we had the NXT Women's title match. Lena, Trish, Chyna, and Sable in a four-way normal table match. Lena became the NXT Women's Champion. Then we had the tag team titles, Matt Hardy and Christian versus Biggie E and Xavier Woods of the New Day in a tag team ladder match. And Matt Hardy and Christian won the tag team titles. Second. Then we had the Cruiserweight Championship. Xavier Woods versus Enzo Amore versus Rey Mysterio in a three-way pinfall count anywhere match. And Xavier Amore actually won the Cruiserweight Championship. Then we had the Intercontinental Championship, Sting, Stone Cold versus Rob Van Dam versus The Rock in a four-way ladder match. And Stone Cold Steve Austin won the Intercontinental Championship. And then we actually did the Snake Pit. And that was actually on November 11, 2017. We had Samoan Joe, Santino Marrero, Big E, Cody Rhodes in a four-way Iron Extreme Rules match, 20 minutes. Samoan Joe won. Then the second match, we had Samoan Joe continue in the Snake Pit with Sting, Jack Swagger, Seth Rollins, and Bray Wyatt, Playboy Buddy Rose, and we had a six-pack Hell in a Cell match with Bray Wyatt actually winning that match. Then Bray Wyatt continues the next match with Kevin Nash, Alberto Del Rio, Bruce Sammartino, and AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, in a six-pack ladder match. And Bray Wyatt continued again. Then we had Bray Wyatt in the next match with Kofi Kingston, Bill Goldberg, in a three-way knockout match, where Bray Wyatt continued winning this Snake Pit. He was getting very close to Randy Orton's record. He would have to beat 8 matches to get there. Then we had Bray Wyatt, Enzo Amore, Lex Luger in a three-way regular match. Bray Wyatt was victorious. And then we had Bray Wyatt, Rob Van Dam, Jey Uso in a three-way regular iron match. and Bray Wyatt was victorious. And then we had Bray Wyatt, Justin Gabriel, and the Ultimate Warrior in a three-way fire table. This was the 7th match. And Bray Wyatt was victorious. And then we had a 3-on-3 Survivor Series match. Bray Wyatt, Ted DiBiase, and Stone Cold Steve Austin as a team versus Bo Dallas, Bret Hart, and Fandango. Unfortunately, Bray Wyatt did not win that match, and Bo Dallas and Bret Hart and Fandango did. Then all three of them in the next match, in a triple threat record match, Bo Dallas, Bret Hart, and Fandango faced off, and Bo Dallas won. Now, I have part 1, part 2, and part 3 on my Xbox videos on my Timothy Haggerty at youtube.com. It's me sitting on Crocodile in my playlist. And the other data of the Snake Pit will come later on Trexmania, youtube.com. That had to go over to a different area. But in the future, I am actually going to take the data, put it on the my computer through YouTube, and you will get that data, and then it will be transferred over to the other one when that future YouTube extra channels come in to help a friend with a website. So, for future reference, I'm going to, for the rest of the videos, for Monday Night Raw, I will post on YouTube on Tuesdays, and for SmackDown, I will post on Sundays. Every week that we do it. For future reference, starting now. So, later down the road, these matches I'm talking about will be on the Trexmania later down the road. But future matches coming up, we're going to do it correctly like I said. Okay. Oh, we got back to the Snake Pit. We got Bo Dallas, T-Rex, Ric Flair, Rey Mysterio in a 4-way Extreme Rules pinfall count anywhere where T-Rex actually won. And then we had T-Rex, Eric Rollins, The Big Show, and Jake the Snake Roberts in a 4-way Extreme Rules match where T-Rex won. And then we had another match. T-Rex, Xavier Woods, and The Rock in a 3-way Hell in a Cell match, where The Rock was very victorious. And then we had The Rock continuing versus Hulk Hogan, Kurt Angle, in a 3-way First Blood match, where The Rock was victorious. Then it was Rock, Andre the Giant, The Undertaker, and Shawn Michaels in a 4-way table match, final match, and Shawn Michaels became the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So now we're going to pop over to, this was actually the Survivor Series that happened November 27th, live from Madison Square Garden where we had it. The main event was the WWE World Champions, Shawn Michaels versus AJ Styles versus Sting versus T-Rex in a 4-way, 2 out of 3 fall iron table match. And T-Rex actually won the match. Then we had the Intercontinental Championship. Stone Cold Steve Austin, the champion, versus Rob Van Dam, Hulk Hogan in a 3-way Extreme Rules match with a special referee, Eric Rowan, from the Wyatt family. Stone Cold retained his Intercontinental Championship. Then we had the Cruiserweight Championship that wasn't actually on the line, but it will be on the line next time we on the November 11th, the Cruiserweight title will be on the line. And that will be Enzo Amore versus Bret Hart, Jey Uso, and Bo Dallas in a 4-way ladder match. But back to the Survivor Series, the Universal Champion is at pay-per-views. We have Jimmy Uso, the champion, versus a rematch Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz versus Kevin Nash in a four-way Hell in a Cell. Kevin Nash actually won the match. And Kevin Nash was the new Universal Champion. Kevin Nash was on Raw. And then the Divas 3-on-3 Survivor Series match. We had, for Raw, we had Lena, Jen Strusky, and Chyna. And for SmackDown, we had Mickie James, Nia Jax, and AJ Lee. Raw actually won that, Lena's team, with Jen Strusky and Chyna. And then we had the another match. It was the Skull title. It was Triple H versus The Undertaker, Ric Flair, and Andre the Giant in a four-way pinfall count. Anywhere, Extreme Rules, and The Undertaker was victorious. And then we have the Tag Team Raw Champions, Matt Hardy and Christian versus the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Sheamus and Cesaro. And Matt and Christian were victorious, so Raw won 2 matches there. Now, for Raw, for tonight, December 4th, 2017, we're going to have the Women's Snake Pit. There'll be 5 matches. Don't know when they're going to come out, what the matches will be. And our main event will be a 6-pack, 3-on-3 elimination match. Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, and Big E, The New Day versus Jake the Snake, Ted DiBiase, and Bruce Sammartino. So that's pretty cool. And then we have SmackDown that will be on Saturdays, and I will post on Sundays. And we started off on November 6th for a SmackDown in Sacramento, California. The main event was for the Braun and Bull title. Edge versus The Miz versus Big Cass versus CM Punk in a table match. And Big Cass became the Braun Bull champion. And then we had the Divas Championship. AJ Lee, Nia Jax, Charlotte, and Mickie James in a ladder match where Mickie James was victorious for winning the Divas title. And then we had the King of the Mountain title that became the Universal title. Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston, Apollo Crews, and Jimmy Uso, where Jimmy Uso was victorious, and it stayed. The title actually went on to SmackDown. And then we had the light heavyweight title. We had Dean Ambrose, Neville, Tyson Kidd in an Extreme Rules match where Tyson Kidd became the light heavyweight champion. Then it was no title on the line. It was Kane and Batista versus Baron Corbin, Kevin Owens, but R-Truth, the special referee, and Kane and Batista was successful. Then we had Luke Harper versus Mark Henry versus Shane McMahon versus Rusev versus Ryback versus Sami Zayn, a 6-pack Hell in a Cell where Mark Henry was victorious. And then we had the Survivor Series for SmackDown. That was live in Madison Square Garden. The main event was the Survivor Series match, Raw versus SmackDown. It was John Cena, Randy Orton, and Kane for SmackDown. And for Raw, it was T-Rex, The Undertaker, and The Rock. And SmackDown was victorious. And then we had the Tag Team Champions, not in a title defense. It was Sheamus and Cesaro versus Finn Balor and Jeff Hardy in a chair match. And Finn Balor and Jeff Hardy was victorious. And then we had a Champions match. It was Big Cass versus Braun Strowman versus Jimmy Uso versus Brock Lesnar, 2 out of 3 fall table match. And man, it ended up to 5 table matches. It was an awesome match. And Braun Strowman's was victorious. But every one of those stars got a win. And then we have Charlotte versus Paige versus AJ Lee versus Gail Kim, Nia Jax, and Evil Marie in a six-pack match where Paige was victorious. Then we had Tyson Kidd versus Roman Reigns versus Edge versus Chris Jericho in the ladder match, where Chris Jericho, the best in the world at what he does, was victorious. And then we had a #1 contender for the United States Championship, Dean Ambrose, Kevin Owens, and CM Punk in a first blood match where CM Punk was victorious. So, and then it was live from San Antonio, Texas for a SmackDown live show, December 2nd, 2017. The main event was a #1 contender for the U.S. title. It was Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Ryback, and a TLC match where Sami Zayn was very victorious. Then it was the AWA Championship, that's SmackDown's heavyweight title, Extreme Rules. Brock Lesnar versus Edge versus Roman Reigns versus The Miz. And the big dog, Roman Reigns, was victorious. Then we had the Tag Team Championships in a fire table. Sheamus and Cesaro versus Randy Orton and John Cena. And John Cena and Randy Orton was victorious. And we had a #1 contender match for the Bron and Bro title. Batista, Baron Corbin, Chris Jericho, Darren Young, Luke Harper, and Eric Rowan in a six-pack. Hell in a Cell, and Eric Rowan came over to SmackDown. So Eric Rowan won that #1 contender to get an opportunity. Then we had Kane versus Braun Strowman versus Big Cass in a ladder match where Big Cass was victorious. Oh, Braun Strowman. We'll see when you have to face CM Punk down the road. And then we have the #1 contender Divas Championship. AJ Lee, Charlotte, Tamina Snuka versus The Boss, Sasha Banks, and a special referee. Who was it? It was supposed to be Shane, but we had a female doing it. But it was in an elimination match, and AJ Lee became the #1 contender. Now, just like I'm saying, on SmackDowns that are on Saturday, and we usually do it around 5, 6 o'clock at night, and then I'll post it on Sunday, all future ones. And then Raw, we usually do on Mondays, so, and that will be posted on Tuesdays. We will not have one on Christmas. That's understandable. The Raw pay-per-view, Capital Punishment, will be happening on January 1st, 2018. And the last Saturday of the month, at the 30th, SmackDown will have their pay-per-view. Let me see here a second. I will tell you that on the SmackDown show, but I just want to give you a reference. In the future, you'll see all the things, and the data I didn't have on my Xbox will be on the over to Trex Mania on YouTube down the road, where you'll see that in the future, that data. So it's pretty cool. Oh, it's John Cena. Oh, I gotta finish this out, guys. Forgot I was a special referee. So we'll see what happens here. John Cena's going for a ride. Oh. It's a screw job. John Cena wins. See you in a little bit, guys. In a second. I'll let this finish out. John Cena made Roman Reigns tap out, the big dog. Oh, what a nasty spear. Oh, is John Cena gonna get pinned? No! Oh, is it gonna be a tap out? It's a screw job! Yay! Thank you, everybody. See you in a little bit.